Ever really stop to think about how a country's government is set up? You know, how all that power is structured so it actually serves the people? Well, today we're diving into Kenya's system of devolved government. It's a really fascinating setup designed to do one thing: bring power way, way closer to you. Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? How do you build a government that's strong enough to run a whole country, but also in touch enough to care about your local neighborhood? For a long time in Kenya, power was very centralized, kind of stuck at the top. But then the 2010 constitution came along and completely flipped the script. So what was Kenya's answer? It's this idea called devolution. Basically, it's a two-level system that tries to get the best of both worlds: national unity and local control. The whole point is to make sure decisions and resources don't just get bogged down in the capital. Honestly, it's the key to understanding how modern Kenya really works. Okay, so what exactly does this devolution look like in practice? Let's break down the basic idea, and I've got a pretty simple way for you to think about it. Here's the easiest way to picture it. Just imagine a giant company. You've got the national government. That's your head office. They're the ones setting the overall strategy and the big picture for the entire country. And then you have 47 county governments. Think of these as the regional branches, each one focused on the specific day-to-day needs of its local area. So let's start at the top, right? We'll look at that national head office first and see how all the pieces fit together. And no big surprise here. Kenya's national power isn't just one big blob. It's carefully separated into three distinct, co-equal branches. This creates that classic system of checks and balances. You've got the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. First up, you have the executive. Think of them as the get-it-done crew. This branch is led by the president, and their whole job is to take the laws of the land and actually put them into action, running the entire national administration. Next, there's Parliament. This is the legislative branch, and these are your lawmakers. They're the ones who have the power to write new laws, change old ones. They're basically creating the official rulebook for the whole country. And finally, rounding out the trio is the judiciary. This is the entire system of courts, all the way from the local level right up to the Supreme Court. Their critical role is to interpret all those laws and make sure justice is delivered fairly to every single citizen. Okay, but hang on. Here's where the structure gets really clever. That lawmaking body, Parliament, it isn't just one single group of people. It's what we call a bicameral system, meaning it has two separate houses, and each one has a very different job. So on one side, you have the National Assembly. Its job is to represent the will of the people directly, dealing with all the big national laws. But then, on the other side, you have the Senate, and its whole mission is to represent and defend the interests of those 47 county governments. It's the built-in way to make sure the regional branches always have a voice at the head office. All right, so we've seen how the head office works. Now let's bring it down to the local level and talk about those regional branches, the county governments. This is where you can really see devolution in action. And here's the really smart part. To keep things clear, every single one of those 47 county governments is basically a miniature version of the national system. It has two main parts that echo the jobs of the national executive and parliament. It's like a smaller, local copy of the big system. So first, you have the county assembly. This is like your local parliament, made up of representatives you elect directly from your own neighborhood or ward. They pass laws that apply just to your county. Then, you've got the county executive. This team is led by a governor, and their job is to take those county laws and development plans and turn them into reality right there on the ground. And don't think for a second that these county assemblies are just for show. Oh no, they have some serious teeth. They're the ones who approve who gets top jobs in the county. They control the money by approving the budget, and, maybe most importantly, they keep an eye on the governor and their team to make sure they're actually doing what they promised. Okay, so we've looked at the national head office and the 47 county regional branches. Now it's time to zoom out and see how this whole machine connects and works together as one system. And here it is. This one chart does a fantastic job of laying it all out. You can see the national government on one side, the county government on the other. See how they both have their own executive and legislative arms? And notice how the judiciary stands right in the middle, serving both as an independent referee. But wait, forget all the boxes and lines for a second. Look right at the bottom of this diagram. See where all those arrows start? That's the real key. All of this power, for the president, for parliament, for every governor and county assembly, it all flows from one single source, the people of Kenya. Which brings us, of course, to the most important part of this entire system, your role in it. Yes, yours. I know, it might look like a complicated chart with a lot of moving parts, but the entire purpose behind this design is to put you in the driver's seat. So the real question isn't just about how the government is structured, it's about where you fit into that structure. You're not just a spectator here, you are literally the foundation of this whole thing. You're the one who elects everyone, from your local county assembly member all the way to the president. You have the power to get involved in local decisions, to talk to your leaders about what your community needs, and most importantly, to hold every single one of them accountable. And that's the bottom line. Devolution isn't just some boring government theory. It's a powerful principle that says the most important decisions should be made as close as possible to the people they affect. It means your voice doesn't have to get lost on its way to the Capitol. It can be heard loud and clear right in your own community. The power is truly at your doorstep. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it?